Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran fast, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, now it didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flame. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be on fifth place. On this one, then fourth on the next. Third, second, first, third, fourth, best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead. done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be back at the top. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off, I'm blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off, I'm blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Big moves, we shake the ground. All the greats who came before us, we about to make them proud. We've got to make this count. Take the ball and raise it now. Make noise and crazy loud. It's all moment, let me hear you shout. Don't give up, we can turn it round. We got the fire, we burn it down. Then we'll pop champagne at the back of the club. Then we're back with a sweat, tears back with a blood. How to get it out of mud, kinda like Predator. Get to the chopper, pockets getting fatter, so she call me Big Mama. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off, blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off, blow the house down. Raw energy.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday Night Unlimited Series. We are in the Xfinity cars this season, starting our opening night here at Daytona as these guys are winding up practice. Man, it is going to be an exciting season. Big shout out to everybody out there in chat. Also got to give a shout out and our prayers to Anthony, who's currently in the hospital, buddy. We hope you get better, get the help you need, and just worry about recovering there, man. I know it ain't something we're going to be talking a whole lot about, but I know you're out there talking it up in chat, so glad to see you out there at least joining us in chat. Well, guys, if you haven't noticed, we've got some changes here. As far as what I'm doing on MaxspeedTV, we are in partnership with Nerditudes, and they have created a new overlay system for us here on OP and MaxspeedTV using the SDK iRacing Live Timing overlay now. So it's going to be a little bit different than what everybody is used to seeing from me and from us here at MaxspeedTV. Now, not sure, like I said, each broadcaster has their own niche and own thing they're going to do, but we are trying this out right now. So definitely glad to have everybody here. Well, no points to talk about tonight, the start of the new season. And I see the number 44 out there on track. Not exactly sure who that is, but somebody is running the 44 car for Anthony. So glad to see these guys are stepping up and wishing Anthony a well-being. So looks like they're running the Fox 44 car. So we're going to try to see who that is. But we're going to go ahead, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get you guys accustomed to the overlay. We're going to go put up our weather right now. 8-mile-an-hour wind, 70-degree air temperature. Partly cloudy here at Daytona tonight, and 71-degree track temperature. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and get our new horizontal ticker up there, looking great. Big shout out again to Dustin, Logston, and Peter DeBorja. Taking time out of their Friday night to work with me on getting SDK. Josh Ball in your car tonight. Okay. Well, that is awesome, but I hope you guys are liking the new graphics and the overlay. And we are almost done with practice. About 1 minute and 40 seconds left of practice, and these guys will get into qualifying. We're going to go ahead and show off some more features. Oops, we're going to get that turned back on. I'm still trying to learn all of our buttons and here, everything, guys. So if I make a mistake, I do apologize. Looking at our race tower, it's pretty cool. Of course, big shout out to Buttkicker again for sponsoring the season for OP Saturday Night Unlimited Series, as well as Chevyland for our green flag sponsorship here on MaxspeedTV. We got some other things in the works as well. We're going to go ahead and check this out. This is our driver bar with telemetry. So it shows you how fast they are going and what gear they are in. So we have a big wreck. Of course, you got the picture of the car. Tells you where they're from as well. So again, big shout out to Nerditudes for really, like I said, creating all. They are the ones that created all this. Big shout out to Dustin and again to Peter DeBorja for walking me through all of this. I know it's a little bit different, guys, than what we're used to, but we wanted to change it up. New season. Appreciate it, Anthony. Man, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot that goes into making these. Just watching Dustin going through and creating these the other night was just absolutely amazing to watch him work on these things. So we are done with practice, so we're going to go ahead and get our qualifying bar up here. Right now, these guys are getting ready to start coming out onto the track, getting their qualifying. Of course, there is Mr. Dustin Logston out on the track. Stuart Broderick in the old one machine out on the track. Josh Ball again running that Anthony English 44 paint scheme. So, Anthony, again, we're all thinking about you, buddy. And, man, just get better, dude. I don't know what else to say. I know it's not something that's easy to get over, but we're all thinking about you, bud. So Mike Edgerton out on track, Steve Rod, Andy Brigante, Bubba Winningham, Josh Ball, Peyton Lindsay, Craig Martin, Thomas Lockwood, Sean Stevens, Gabe Butler, Jimmy Reynolds, C.J. Erdman, Doug Johnson, Nick Wing, Andrew Stacy, David Overstreet. Of course, there is Dustin Logston, Stephen Luttrell, Dana Shepard out on the track as well. Beautiful car of Dana. I gotta get a chase cam of that. That is a beautiful, beautiful looking car that Dana is in. Dirty Air, Fat Chick Shocks and Accessories of 43 of Dana Shepard. The blue and black. Good looking car from Dana right there, definitely. Of course, all the people out in chat right now, I see Daniel Parrott, Brian Odell back out in chat. Good to see Brian out there. Of course, talking about Anthony, he is out there. Brendan Kennedy, Ginger Parent. Mara out there. Hi, Mara. How are you doing? Got to talk to Mara and get her on one of our special broadcasts we had. Mark Mann was in the booth with me, and Mara happened to be right there, so it was awesome to have Mara up on the mic for just a second. Well, as time's running in, right now Doug Johnson sitting on the pole with a 50.95. And, of course, Jimmy Reynolds right there at a 50.95 as well. We got three people. C.J. Erdman And then Gabe Butler at a 50.96. Andy Brigante at a 50.98. Well, Adam Kilday just threw down the gauntlet with a 50.93. Of course, we still got several people out qualifying. Jeremy Stanley out there as right now. Nick Wing, Craig Martin. Of course, Andy Brigante looks like he is wrapping up his qualifying. David Stringle, Stephen Miles, Stuart Broderick still out there. John Guerrero, Vicente Guerrero, Everett Lane, and Chris Jordan. Moose Pie tuning in. Hi, Moose Pie. How are you? Let's see if trying to look at everything here. See if I can do something a little bit different, but right now qualifying time still coming in. Again, Adam Kilday, your top spot with a 50.93. Let's get our horizontal grid up. I'm trying to see if how much time is left. Looks like let's see here. We are on Vicente Guerrero right now. We are done with qualifying, and our top spot is going to go to Mr. Adam Kilday. Let me see where he is at. I am not seeing him in Discord. Where is Adam at? He's usually in Discord, but I am not seeing him out there tonight, folks. So we may not get to interview our pole sitter. I'm still trying to find him to see if I'm overlooking him. And I am not seeing him. Well, we're going to go ahead and get rid of our qualifying time. We're going to stop our horizontal ticker here real quick, and we are going to get to our MaxspeedTV starting grid. Again, our pole sitter Adam Kilday in his on his outside, Vicente Guerrero. Starting row number 2 on the inside, Stephen Miles. His outside is the 59 of John Guerrero. Starting row number 3 is the 388 of Doug Johnson. His outside, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Starting row number 4 is this 963 of CJ Erdman. Starting his outside in 8 is James Mayer. Starting row 5 in 9th place is Gabe Butler. His outside is the number 13 of Andy Brigante. Starting row number 6, the 11th spot is the number 40 of Peyton Lindsay. His outside is the 60 of Jeremy Stanley. Starting row number 7, Dustin Logston. And his outside, it will be David Stringle. Starting number 8, row number 8, Stephen Luttrell. To his outside, Sean Stevens. Starting row number 9 is that 43 of Dana Shepard. His outside, the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. Starting row number 10, the 46 of David Overstreet. His outside will be the number 6 of Bubba Winningham. Starting row 11, Craig Barton. His outside will be the 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer. Starting row number 12, Stuart Broderick. His outside will be the 40, well, showing number 1, but it'll be the 44 car of Josh Ball. Starting row number 13, Andrew Stacy. His outside will be Steve Rada. Starting row 14, Everett Lane, and the old 24. His outside will be the 965 of Chris Jordan. Starting row number 15 is the 56 of Mike Edgerton. His outside will be the 049 of Nick Wing. Starting row number 15, we were right there. Starting row 16, Rick Seabrand's in the number 4 machine at Travis Elliott. His outside. Starting row 17, Dustin Sorber. His outside will be the 06 of Andrew Zonto. Starting row 18 will be the 04 of Mark Mann. His outside will be the number 5 of Rick Sanchez. And starting row number 19, Andrew Schroeder in the 48 machine. And his outside will be the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Well, 38 cars out here tonight, folks. Good field. For 39, actually, Ryan Callahan will be in that 39th spot as they come to the Geico start zone. Chevyland green flag out here, folks. On opening night, we're going to do it one time for Joshua. Boogity, 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 folks, racing at Daytona. Good start by these guys. Adam Kilday still on the inside line. His outside is that 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Of course, Stephen Miles right there with them as well as the 59 of John Guerrero. Going to kind of keep an eye on things here, folks, coming down the back stretch. Looking at some different camera angles. John Guerrero kind of out there by himself, but here comes the 13 of Andy Brigante as the 14 of Vicente Guerrero does jump out in front of Adam Kilday. Coming through the trial start finish line. Adam's gonna, or Vicente I should say, is gonna lead that lap. Adam does go back to the outside with John Guerrero, trying to get pushed up there in front of. Looking back through the field here, folks. We are 3 wide. That is the 46 of David Overstreet. They kind of calmed that down, but we're still 3 wide. That is the 38 of Thomas Lockwood out there on that outside as they come around to the tri-oval or through the tri-oval. Coming back to the start-finish line. Looks like Vicente Guerrero is going to lead another lap. We're going to get our shorten that down just a little bit to our top 10. Well, let's go ahead and try this. We're going to go ahead and shut that off real quick. And we're going to pull up our driver components here with the driver telemetry. Again, you can see the car number we're on, how fast they're going, what gear they're in, 186 miles an hour. Of course, these are the Xfinity cars. They opted to go with the Xfinity cars this season. Trucks, oh, big wreck happening right there, folks. The yellow flag is out. Taking a look here, see right there. Let me get over here real quick to this screen. As we get to a, where is it at? believe that is going to be, that's Bazente, but it happened behind him. With John Guerrera right there. Actually, it happened right behind him. That is Andy Brigante up into that 44 of Josh Ball, but got right into the back of John Guerrera. Collected Jeremy Stanley. Doug Johnson collected as well. Them guys hard up into the wall up there. Oh, and then the 60 gets tagged by the 27 of Sean Stringle. But, man, look at all of the carnage. So many drivers involved. Looks like the 001 of David Stringle right there involved. Dana Shepard getting a piece of it as well. Well, that's going to change the dynamics of things just a little bit here, folks, as David Overstreet spins out on pit road. I don't know if he got tagged. Let's see while we're on. David, we're going to go ahead and do a rewind here. David is coming down pit road. Got Thomas Lockwood right behind him. Oh, David's trying to get towards his pit box. Comes down in front of, excuse me, in front of the 961. I don't know why. What's going on right here? I'm trying to get on our leaders. There we go. Our top five right now is the 965 of Christopher Jordan. 85 of Adam Kilday, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds, the number 8 of Stephen Miles, and the 963 of C.J. Erdman. Looking at through our top 10, Dustin Logston in 6th, Gabe Butler in 7th, Thomas Lockwood in 8th, Dustin Sorber in 9th, and the 01 of Stuart Broderick in 10th. Guys, bear with me. I'm still trying to learn these controls and where everything is at. But we will get it. This takes time and practice. I still do not see Adam Kilday in Discord. Yeah, Brandon, we we are, or I should say, I got into a partnership with Nerditudes. Got the SDK overlay, and they hooked me up, and of course, got to give a big shout out again to Dustin, Logston, and Peter DeBorja for spending. We spent about 2.5, maybe 3 hours Friday night going over everything, trying to make sure I had a general understanding of what everything did and does. And man, I'm going to tell you, I'm really liking it. As pace car does dive off down to the safety of pit road, Chevyland green flag back out once again. Here we go, folks. Back racing here at Daytona, season opener of the Buttkicker Unlimited Saturday Night Unlimited Series. Of course, a little bit different this season. They done some swapping with the leagues on what vehicles they're driving. We are running the Xfinity cars. That is awful loud, so I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, I think, but we will get to that. Everett Baker out there in chat. Hey, Everett, how are you doing? Netsby out there as well. Didn't see you sneak in, Netsby. Well, here we go. We are back 3 wide back here. Trying to look at everything. What has happened. Got to get this caught back up. That is the 151 of Travis Elliott out on that outside line. Kind of by himself. Ooh, car off of the wall. Got a car down on the track or on the apron. That is the 76. Trying to see who 76 is. I think it's actually supposed to be the 965 of Christopher Jordan. Alright, we're going to have to turn that volume down just a little bit the next time they come around. We're going to look back up towards the front. Dana Shepard. Oh, well, took a minute for it to catch up. But we are 3 wide back here. That is the number 3 of Steve Rada. We see a car diving off down to the apron. I believe that is the number 9 of Dustin Sorber. Adam Kilday back out front. Jimmy Reynolds right behind him. 963 of C.J. Urban. But here comes Stephen Miles on that outside with the 81 of Dustin Logston. And the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. As well as the 01 of Stuart Broderick. Well, here's another little... yeah, we're going to have to turn that one down, definitely. Here's another little deal for you guys. Battle for first right now. Looking at Kilday, Miles, Reynolds, Logston, Erdman, Lockwood, and Butler. I see Everett out there playing Forza again. We're 3 wide. Dustin Logston to the outside. Ooh, the 01 of Stuart Broderick blinking out. Got the 151 of Travis Elliott as we go back 3 wide. Battling out up here, up towards the front, guys. It is going to be close. Of course, they've got to watch out for the Xfinity cars. They do get hot. Ooh, Broderick off of the wall. coming out of that turn there. But these cars do get hot quick, so they got to definitely watch their temperatures. And also, the Xfinity car doesn't like to bump draft very well. See Thomas Lockwood getting a little bit loose there. We are still 3 wide coming through turn number 3. Dustin Logston to the outside. That is the 8 of Stephen Miles in the middle as the 38 of Thomas Lockwood getting a little bit squirrely. Adam Kilday still out front, going to lead another lap, but he does have help with the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds right behind him. And the 963 of CJ Erdman. Dana Shepard in there in the middle as well. A 24 machine there of Everett Lane on the inside. And that is the old one of Stuart Broderick. That outside line, that third lane is just not materializing like they want. Good battles going on. John Guerrero getting a little bit loose there, coming out of the tri-oval into turn 1 and 2. But looking back here, side-by-side racing, that is the 96 of Andrew Stacy and the 3 of Steve Rada. Well, here comes the 3 of Steve Rada flying up through the middle, trying to stay in that draft as Stuart Broderick falls back. We're looking back through the pack here. Not a lot else going on. Still 3 wide up front as we get back up on the leader. Here comes Dustin Logston. Oh, Dana Shepard getting turned. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. Let's see what happened there. On the MaxspeedTV rewind here. I'm trying to find it here, folks. Give me just a second. Right there, we see his nose get turned. That was Gabe Butler right behind him. Where is, there we go. As we go back here, we're going to go ahead and rewind this a little bit here. That was Gabe Butler right behind him. Dana Shepard looked like he was coming down. And right there, just nowhere really for... no room for him to come on down. Gabe just got him right there on that left rear quarter. It gets him sideways. Unfortunately, nowhere for Zonto to go. Stuart Broderick got caught up in it. As we are back live, folks. Of course, here on a Saturday night, unlimited GWCs up to 15. I believe they only have one fast repair. Here's another little tidbit here that looking at the pitch strategy. We also have a track map, let you know where we're at on the drivers. If you'll notice, the driver that I am on is highlighted green. Pretty neat little widget that they've added. We're looking at our top 10 right now. Kilday in first. Reynolds in second. Stephen Miles third. Vicente Guerrero fourth. Dustin Logston, well, it's swapping fourth and fifth between him and, well, C.J. Erdman, Vicente Guerrero, Gabe Butler, Stephen Luttrell, Everett Lane, and Steve Rada, your top 10. Mark Mann back here in 24th right now. Up 11 spots. Looks like our biggest mover, though, as of right now, is the 84 of Lynn McNeese. He is up 19 spots. Well, that's awesome, Brian. Glad you did well today. 2 gold medals. That is a awesome deal, buddy. $39-car field tonight, folks. So fairly large field. Good opening night race here. Good opening night car count for sure. We are getting back side by side. Lights on the pace car are out. We'll get our vertical tower up. Another little add-on they did. You can see the 31 through 39 changed back to the 11 through 20. So it's pretty neat that they can. It allows me to split the field so you guys can kind of see where everybody's at. Here we go. Chevy Land green flag back out once again. Back racing. Lap 20 of 100. So we almost a quarter way through. These guys are coming around trying to get back up to speed. Good looking paints out there tonight, folks. Adam Kilday is getting a big push from the 8 of Stephen Miles. Looking back through the field here, the 961, that is Craig Martin coming in on the inside behind Steve Rada. Let's take a look back here towards the back, folks. Kind of single file back here, all the way back through the field. Old one is Stuart Broderick really going to go to the outside of that line, but with no help. Of course, it's just going to be a drag race right now. As We are back up towards the front here. Dustin, Logston, Jimmy Reynolds on that outside. We got the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 24 of Everett Lane. Belva. Evening, Miss Belva. Still quite a bit of damage on that 88 car of Gabe Butler. Everett Baker saying that is a clean number 8. We're going to take a look at Mr. Stephen Miles' car. If I could get on him here. That number 8 Pilot Machine TMC. I still like Dustin's candy apple green, candy green apple, or however you want to call it, a candy green car. Beautiful, beautiful paint. Looking back, I don't know why that went live, but we were 3 wide back here. John Guerrero, the 60 of Jeremy Stanley, and 151. Again, we are 3 wide again back here, folks. That is the 54 of Brandon Pfeiffer on the outside with the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Brandon up into the wall, causes a little bit of checkup, allows the 151 to come around. That will be 151 of Travis Elliott. Looks like we have the 37. That was. It was Nicholas Wing. Supposed to be the 049. Getting passed by these guys. 43 of Dana Shepard down on the apron. I don't know if he was coming off a different road. Looking back up towards the front here, Adam Kilday, still your leader. Still side by side racing, battling up here. We're going to go ahead and get our battle for position back up. Adam Kilday, Jimmy Reynolds, Stephen Miles, Dustin Logston, Vicente Guerrero, Everett Lane, and Stephen Luttrell. Well, I don't think, oh, there is, several of them are out, okay. Let's see, yeah, I'm not sure, I'll have to get with Dustin on how to do that, because I'm not sure how to do that on SDK just yet, Anthony, but I will get with him on that. Of course, tonight's OP Racing 250. I believe it was sponsored by Alex Green. Took me a minute to find it. I'm so used to having it up on I guess I can put that up on my title the next time as well. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to catch as many as I could. Yeah, it looks like Mike Edgerton. We'll see if it'll... Well, we got several out. Mark Mann, Christopher Jordan, Rick Seabrands, David Stringle, Andy Brigante, David Overstreet. Well, it's showing out, but they are still in the race. I don't know why that's doing that, honestly. There is David Overstreet, which he is going down cutting grass. Pace and Lindsay by themselves. Josh Ball still out there. Dana Shepard's by himself. Mark Mann's not out. He is right there. Okay. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. So I need to change that to draw 40 so it... Okay. We're going to get back up here on the front, though. I'm still learning those little tips and tricks there, Anthony, when it comes to that. So I appreciate the help. Big move by Thomas Lockwood, dropping down that inside line. Now on the outside, you got Jimmy Reynolds. That is the 81 of Dustin Logston and the 24 of Everett Lane. Trying to get pushed up to the front. Dallas Stars are down 1-0. Oh, game 7. Well, I'm sure my nephew Dylan is watching that as well. So we are going to go ahead and hide that. We're going to look at our top 10 right now. Kilday, Miles, Reynolds, Logston, Lockwood, Lane, Pfeiffer, Rada, and Schroeder, and Butler, your top 10. We'll go ahead and take a look at our weather once again. About a 9-mile-an-hour wind, 69 degrees, so it's cooling off. Clouds have cleared out, so we do have clear skies at 71-degree track temperature. Looking at our pit window here. About 15 to 17 laps is what I'm seeing that they are going to get on a tank of fuel. They come around once again. Jimmy Reynolds going to lead a lap, I should say. As we are winding this up, lap 34 of 100 laps. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and step aside. Of course, I don't have the Crank It Up logo, but we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of Crank It Up for you guys tonight. Hang tight. We will be right back. All right, folks, we are back. Now we are looking at, looks like we did have some green flag pit stops. Jimmy Reynolds still back here, but Everett Lane has taken over that top spot. Stephen Miles in second. And Travis Elliott in third. We'll go ahead and get our top 10 back up here real quick. So you got Lane, Miles, Elliott, Lockwood, Butler, Kilday, Pfeiffer, Reynolds, McNeese, and Zonto. Your top 10. Joshua Medlock out there in chat. Definitely good to see Joshua out there joining us tonight. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are still with Joshua and Anthony. course, Anthony not joining us tonight out on the track, currently in the hospital. So definitely our thoughts and prayers are with Anthony to get better soon. Again, I hope everybody is enjoying the new overlay you're seeing tonight. Again, it's, like I said, it's a learning curve for me trying to switch over from ATVO. But, you know, we are coming, you know, taking care of it. There's a 151. Travis Elliott dropped to the apron to get around the 96. Not sure that's quite legal. But it happened. I'm sure they will take a look at it. Good night, Moose Pie. There is the 46 of David Overstreet staying to the high side, letting this faster group come through. As they come around turns 3 and 4, coming to the tri-oval. Big battle out front here. Adam Kilday battling it out again. He is out in the lead right now. Everett Lane on the inside. Adam Kilday on the outside. Stephen Miles, Brandon Pfeiffer, Thomas Lockwood, Gabe Butler, Travis Elliott, Jimmy Reynolds. As Adam does drop it down in front of the 24 machine of Everett Lane. That's going to open the door a little bit for Brandon Pfeiffer. Brandon driving that YouTube 54. There's Nicholas Wing out there on the outside. He will be going a lap down. Yeah, definitely, Joshua. We are thinking about both of you guys. I know you probably answered this, Anthony, but when are they doing that tomorrow, or when are they doing your surgery? We'll get you some rest, Joshua, buddy. Well, I'll talk to you after a while. Sometime Monday, okay. All right, folks, looking back through here, we'll go ahead and look at our split here, looking through the field as we come lap 46 underway here, folks, almost halfway through. Oh, big jump down to the apron there. By somebody. I'm not exactly sure who that was. I think that was one of the lap traffic cars that dropped down to the apron. I'm going to look at Gabe Butler's car because he still has quite a bit of damage to that car. As he is on the bumper of Brandon Pfeiffer. They are coming up on another lap vehicle. I believe that is 56 of Mike Edgerton. No, that is the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. They're coming around. Gabe up into the wall. That's going to let cars get by him. Jimmy had to check up. Y'all need to stop talking about all of that. That's, man, you guys are way too young to be having those kind of problems. The caution does come out. I'm going to see what caused that yellow flag. Actually started back here with Lynn McNeese. Actually happened in front of Lynn. That big checkup got the 40 out of whack. Got the 14 of Vicente Guerrero, the 3 of Steve Rada, the 963, Lynn McNeese, and the 84, Bubba Winningham, Sean Stevens. Getting a piece of all of that. Oh, Rick Seabrand's getting involved. Stuart Broderick, David Overstreet, Nicholas Wing getting a little bit of it as well. Somehow, did Jeremy make it through? No, Jeremy Stanley getting tagged by the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Travis Elliott also getting spun around on that as well. Andrew Zonto, the first one off of pit road. Apologize about that, folks. My wife came in with a cup of coffee, but made one in my little Keurig pot during the crank it up. She gave me that look like, thought you said you didn't have any coffee. Well, sorry. Let's see. Dana Shepard is right there in 39th. Well, I know Anthony's probably going to get mad at me, but we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go to graphics. Let me get a little bit of behind the scenes. So we're going to go ahead and do this real quick while we are under caution. And we are going to draw I'm hoping that's what you meant, Anthony. Doing what I just did. But Dana Shepherd is not out of the race, though. Dana Shepherd is back here. In a 39th. Yeah, well, if it does, then we'll have it set up for next time, buddy. Well, as the lights on the pace car are out, Everett Lane is going to be your leader. We'll go ahead and get our top 10 on there. Kilday in second, Miles third, Pfeiffer fourth, Lockwood fifth, Reynolds sixth, Martin seventh, Johnson in eighth, and Winningham ninth, Logston in 10th. The pace car dives off down to the safety of pit road. Chevy Land green flag back out once again. We are back racing halfway through. I do miss my my caution counts. Need to get with Dustin on how to find that or do that. Everett Lane right on the bumper of the 85 of Adam Kilday, giving him a good shove out to the front. Dallas is playing Colorado. Well, I guarantee you my nephew is watching that. Stephen Miles, Everett Lane, big move down to the inside. But Casey Pfeiffer and the 961 of Craig Martin on the outside just cannot get anything going. Well, there goes Adam Kilday to that outside as well, as he does have a little bit of a run on the 8 of Stephen Miles. Well, here comes the other 38 of Thomas Lockwood. The guys are starting to get formed back up here. And to me, that inside line is a little bit better line to run here at Daytona than that second lane. Yeah, Anthony, Brian is a huge Dallas Stars fan. Uh-oh, looking back here, we're looking at the exciting here. 3 wide, that was with Andrew Schroeder, the 96. I believe that is going to be a lap traffic car of, where's he at? Ooh, the 36 of Stephen Luttrell getting a little bit loose there. Andrew Stacy. We're back 3 wide right there. That is the number 6 of Bubba Winningham going 3 wide. Looking back through the field, that's Rick Sanchez, Chris Jordan, Rick Seabrands, Mark Mann. Peyton Lindsay is up here. I believe Peyton is, or Payson is a lap down car. Yes, he is 1 lap down, but still battling out with these guys. So we look back up here, Bubba Winningham out on that outside line. That's 88 of Gabe Butler. We are 3 wide for the lead. Trying to get the lead here, folks. Gabe Butler on the outside. Adam Kilday in the middle. Everett Lane down at the bottom, the first row. Second row, Stephen Miles on the inside. The 54, Brandon Pfeiffer in the middle. And the 6 of Bubba Winningham on the outside. Bubba going up a little bit high. Ooh, got to be careful. That was Gabe almost getting a little bit too loose there. Coming off of the corner. 10-4. Well, I want to wait and see. Right now, Jimmy is in a 3-wide situation, so not saying he couldn't handle it, but I do. Ooh, got a car blinking out. That is the 24 of Everett Lane disappeared. We are watching this battle right here. Oh, 4 wide. Bubba Winningham. Here we go. That's going to cause a caution here, folks. We're going to take a look at this right here. We see a hood going flying. That happened with Bubba Winningham back here. Actually started right behind them. Let's see. We see 3 cars going off. Bubba Winningham. Unfortunately, I believe that was the 151 of Travis Elliott. The 4 Rick Seabrands get involved in that as well as Andrew Schroeder. Oh, Vicente Guerrero right into the back of Andrew. As we are under another caution here, folks. Well, let's see. Let's see where he is. Jimmy is coming down pit road. Looks like he got some right front damage. Overshot his box, having to back up. Here he comes back out. We're going to go ahead and we'll bring him up to the booth. Jimmy, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
I do. How you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good, man. Looks like you had a little bit of right front damage there. What happened?
I'm pretty sure it was the whole front.
Well, man.
I don't know. Something happened beside me, and the guy, I guess he got pushed into me, and we went all the way to the wall and gave me the old meatball. So here we are.
Well, made good opening field for good field for opening night. 39 drivers coming in tonight, man. It's I know it's not the same without our fearless leader out here, but he is out there watching, and I know we're all praying for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to just tell him to get well. Don't worry about things on this front. Just keep watching the broadcast and get everything taken care of this week that you need to get taken care of, and we're all praying for you and wish nothing but the best for you, Anthony.
Yeah, I know Joshua was out in chat as well. Of course, we're all praying for Anthony and Joshua both to still they got a long road ahead of them, still. But, man, I appreciate you taking the time to come up here, Jimmy. And, we got this new SDK going on with our new graphics. It's looking amazing.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm going to check that out later or tomorrow. Check out the broadcast and see what you got going on.
All right, brother. Well, good luck, man. We're going to let you go. You were down there. Was you in 8 with Gabe?
With Gabe.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, buddy. We'll get you back down there, bud.
Thank you.
What we heard from Mr. Jimmy. Let's see. Well, we're going to go ahead and let's see where our pace car is. The pace lights on the pace car are out. I believe we are coming into turn 1 and 2. So we'll hold off on talking to anybody else here. We're going to head our top 10 right now. Kilday, Miles, Butler, Elliott, Pfeiffer, Lane, Logston, Martin, Sanchez, and Johnson. Rounding out your top 10. Again, big field out here tonight. It's awesome to see these guys out here for opening night. Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told Joshua, Anthony. Once you have your surgery, you do what them doctors tell you to do. Had to get me a little sip of coffee there, but a pace car will dive off down into pit road once again here, folks. Chevyland green flag will fly. Of course, big shout out to Bubba and the partnership with MaxspeedTV on the Chevyland green flag. Chevyland.com, Shreveport, Louisiana. If you're in the market for a new pre-owned vehicle, go visit Chevyland.com. Of course, if you can't make it to Shreveport, well, the green flag is back out. But if you can't make it down to Shreveport, they will deliver in the lower 48 states. Chevyland.com. Go check them out. Tell them MaxspeedTV sent you. Well, Rachel's probably going to be right behind you. Probably with a frying pan if you don't do what the doctors tell you. Well, looking back through the field here, folks, we are side-by-side racing. Thomas Lockwood trying to make his way back up to the front. Chris Jordan, Andrew Schroeder, Jimmy Reynolds back here in 17th. David Stringle in 18th. Ooh, Steve Rada looks like he's having some issues. Don't know if he's still got damage on that car. He is dog walking it though. Let's look at his car real quick. Looks like he has got a lot of damage on that car. Yeah, he's got some rear end damage big time on that car. A lot of damage on his car. That whole right side is pretty messed up. Looking back up to the front, Stephen Miles, Adam Kilday. That looks like Gabe Butler, Travis Elliott. Your top 4 right there. battling it out. Lap 62 of 100. Again, folks, we got 25 viewers out there, only 9 likes. If you haven't, be sure you hit that like button for me. If you don't do it for me, do it for Anthony. Let's see if we can get 20 likes out there. As Stephen Miles is on the outside, trying to get pushed up out in front of Adam Kilday. I think if he gets enough room, he is going to drop it down to that inside line. Of course, if you're new to MaxspeedTV, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell and the icon, let you know every time we do go live. Thomas Lockwood getting a little bit loose, it looked like, right back here, just side by side, kind of back and forth weaving. We're looking back here with Mark Mann. He is back here. Looks like he is behind the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Of course, Stephen is 3 laps down. Well, we're going to go ahead and do it because, well, he is usually our on-track driver reporter. Mark, how you doing out there, buddy?
Pretty good so far.
Well, it looks like you guys are having some pretty decent racing. A couple guys getting a little bit out of whack, trying to force a little too much, but, you know, that's just super speedway racing.
Man, we need another green flag pit stop to get it spread out like we did before. Although it took me a good couple laps to get caught back up with the pack. I slid through my box on that green flag pit stop, but hopefully we get there. We got about 13 more laps to go before, well, about 12 laps before we start to see them cycle in for pits. But if we can get that green flag pit stop and get this spread out a little bit, I think we can agree to the end.
You guys looking at about 15 to 17 laps on a tank of fuel, or a little bit more than that?
A little bit more, about 18.
Okay.
So we're about 12, 11 right now.
All right. Well, I know
we'll have to go in 11.
Okay. Well, we talked to Jimmy a little bit ago. Of course, everybody's heard about Anthony. Anthony's out there watching us right now in YouTube. So I didn't know if you wanted to give a few words to Anthony or.
Oh yeah. Well, we wish him well and miss him. Actually, you know, miss him in channel. I need. He's the fuel strategist and always told us, you know, what, how many more laps we got to pit and all of that. And plus, he'd typically be leading anyway, so, you know, we always had confidence in his abilities out here and his strategy. So we can't wait till he gets back out on the track. I know it's going to be some healing, and then he'll be good to go.
All right, buddy. Well, we're going to let you go. Man, I got to remember where I pulled you guys from. You were down there with Schroeder and them, wasn't you, Rick Sanchez?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Well, good luck, buddy. We will get with you a little bit later, okay?
Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. All right, got him back down there into his team as we are wrecking. Ooh, Schroeder going for a ride. Luckily, we got him down there and off before that wreck happened, as we are watching to see what happened. Schroeder looked like 961 come up. And we are going to keep an eye on this. And just gets T-boned up and over. We're going to take a look. We're going to go in car. Whoa. We're going to go into a cockpit view, so if you get car sick, please don't, or motion sickness, please don't watch. And right there, as Andrew goes up and over, I'll have to bring Andrew up, make sure he is all right. Let's take a look, see where Andrew is at. He is back out. He's probably trying to make it back down to pit road. Yeah, I need to, Anthony, I need to get with Dustin to find out if there's something that, as far as shows me how many fast repairs they have left. I think it's somewhere over on my timing screen that I can add a line or something, and I'll just have to kind of go through and see. Well, look at it, Anthony, I believe Andrew, I believe he does not have any fast repairs left. Let's go ahead and bring him up into the booth. Andrew, Steve up in the booth, man, you all right?
Yeah, we're good. That's it, though. I'm done. I'm out of fast repairs. I got caught up in that last one. And
well,
it looked like a bad push. It looked like a bad push from somebody in the middle, and the guy came up in front of us.
Yeah, that's what
it is.
Looks like what it's seen on my end. Looked like he just got pushed up into you, and but man, that hard hit, that T-bone is what worried me. I mean, that looked vicious. We actually went cockpit on that, and yeah, it looked rough.
Yeah, it broke the left front wheel. I'm done. Yeah, that sucks, but it's all right. Just want to let Anthony know we're thinking of you, buddy. Get better. Yeah, it is what it is. First race, we're good. We'll get a win this season.
Well, yeah. I mean, first race, you got some new guys out here. Just first race jitters, I'm sure.
A lot of new names tonight. So we're just all getting used to each other here. We'll be good.
Oh yeah. Well, man, thanks for popping up here, and you're welcome to stay if you want to.
I'm good tonight, but we'll get you on the next one. I promise. I got you.
All right, brother. Well, we'll get you back down there. Where were you at?
I'll move down there. I'm good. Have a good night,
brother. All right, you too, brother.
All right, later.
See ya. All right, well, unfortunately, Andrew Schroeder's night is done. AOTC. I'm not sure what AOTC is, Anthony. You mean AOT or ATVO? Got me confused now. We're going to go ahead and get our top 10 tree up here. Kilday, Miles, Piper, Butler, Everett Lane, Dustin Logston, Doug Johnson, Thomas Lockwood, Jimmy Reynolds, and Josh Ball, your top 10. Yeah, ATVO. So with the timing screen on ATVO, it shows me black flags. If somebody gets a black flag, whether it's a meatball or whether it's speed, it doesn't tell me what it is unless it's a meatball. But if they get a black flag for either unsafe pit entrance, exit, or speeding on pits, it'll throw up a black flag for me. So I don't know if SDK has that option. I have to go in through the live timing and see if it'll pop it up there. But it also tells me, how many fast repairs and if they used it or not. Well, the lights on the pace car are out. Anthony, I'm going to give you the call. Who do you want me to interview next? Maybe give them a little bit of broadcaster's hijinks or jinx. A pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road once again. Let's see. Yeah, that's another thing I wish this had. I think we are sitting about lap 65. Lap 70. There it is. Lap 70. Green flag. Chevrolet green flag back out once again, folks. On the loud pedal. Lap 71. Adam Kilday down on that inside line with Gabe Butler, Everett Lane. Then you got Stephen Miles, Brandon Pfeiffer, Dustin Logston back up towards the front. Douglas Johnson down on that inside. And already we are wrecking. Don't know if that was a bad push or if Everett just got loose. Actually happened with Brandon Pfeiffer there and the 8 of Stephen Miles. We're trying to get to my camera. Come on. Happened right here is where it started at. And Brandon Pfeiffer just pushing to the outside of Stephen Miles and gets him loose off center. Got into Everett. Of course, Doug Johnson gets caught up in it as well. Trying to see if anybody else got caught up. Dustin Logston somehow got around it. But that collected the 44 of Josh Ball, the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. And 2 of the new drivers there. That is the 9 of Dustin Sorber. And looks like the 96. I believe that is going to be where is he at? I don't see him. Andrew Stacy. Unfortunately, Rick Sanchez getting a piece of that, getting spun out as well as he goes nose to nose. And we will go back live here, folks. Well, let's see. We'll go ahead and find Mr. Josh Ball here. He is actually down on pit road. We're going to bring him up here real quick. Josh, Steve up in the booth. You got a copy there, buddy?
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Hey, I brought you up here because I gave the choice to Mr. Anthony to who to interview to give him the broadcaster jinx to, but hey, you kind of got caught up in that on your own.
Yeah, honestly, I'm running Anthony's car for him just to support him, and, you know, good luck to him next week, and hope he's doing better. But I honestly think I'm driving the Anthony curse here because he either crashes in every wreck, which I've been doing, or he wins. So,
well, you got one or the other. Take your pick, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh well, man. I know. Like I said, I left the option up to Anthony. He's actually out there watching it YouTube. He says, "I'll go for Josh Ball in my car." So I was like, "Well, I'll bring him up here." So, well, I mean, new season, man. We've got some new drivers out here. I think it's first race jitters for some of these guys, but you know, most of you guys have been running together for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, you know, the change of car here tonight. So you've been running the truck for so many years, and now it's up to the Xfinity B car, and I think it pushes different and it drives different. So I think that's probably some of it tonight. But I mean, everybody will get used to it in a couple weeks, and it should be a little better.
I don't know. I'm assuming you probably already used your fast repair because you've been down in the pits for a while. But Anthony says I didn't know he was in the wreck.
Yeah. So on lap 4, I blew up, and then after that, I pretty much have been 2 laps down, typical Anthony fashion, and battled back to the lead lap. And then I just got to the top 10, and then I died. So now I'm down here in the pits again for another 12 minutes of required. So.
Well, man, new season. We got some. I switched over to SDK, so we got new graphics out there for the new season. So, but wanted to bring you up here for just a minute on request of Anthony, and wishing you guys all the best this season. And of course, we're all rooting for Anthony.
Yeah. Again, thanks for putting on the broadcast, and OP for doing everything, and really just for Anthony to get better. He's the guy here on Saturday nights, and defending champion, I think, too, and we need him back. So good luck to him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, buddy. I believe you were down there with Steven, wasn't you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you back down there, brother. Good luck. I don't know if you're done for the night, but if you're not, just good luck for the rest of the race, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so we heard from Josh Ball there as we get back out to our live screen. Andrew Zonto out front, Gabe Butler second, Adam Kilday third, Travis Elliott fourth, Doug Johnson in fifth, David Stringle in sixth, Payson Lindsay in seventh, Mark Mann eighth, Vicente Guerrero ninth, and Stuart Broderick rounded out your top 10. Chevy Land green flag back out once again on the loud pedal, lap 74 of 100. As Zonto does get out to a pretty decent start. Got Gabe Butler right behind him. Adam Kilday kind of out by himself, but Doug Johnson trying to close that gap as the 001 of David Stringle pops out there behind Anthony. And Doug Johnson giving him a pretty good shove, but Andrew Zonto out front with Gabe Butler right now. We're kind of looking back through here. Jimmy Reynolds back here in 16th. Mike Edgerton right there in 17th. Getting back here, Rick Sanchez, Seabrands. That is the 78 of Chris Jordan. Steve Rada kind of back here by himself. And Stephen Luttrell, I believe it is a lap down vehicle up here towards the front with this big group. He is currently in 26, Nicholas Wing in 27. Now Dustin Sorber down on pit road, as well as Josh Ball, Lynn McNeese. Dana Shepard back here he's up here with this lead group in 31st. And we have another caution here. We'll take a look and see what happened. Happened back here with, looks like around Mike Edger. Oh, Mike got loose on the corner. Gets spun around. Brought out the caution. Guys, I gotta check my radar. I'm hearing what sounds like thunder. Either that or somebody shooting off fireworks. We wasn't calling for any rain tonight. not see anything on my radar. Well, speaking of radar, we're going to go ahead and check out our weather here at Daytona tonight. Again, we are at an 8-mile-an-hour wind, still at 68 degrees, so the temperature has dropped a little bit more. A 70-degree track temperature right now. Well, that's good. We are at our, how many cautions have we had? I think we are at 5 cautions now. Well, let's see where my buddy... Well, we're going to go ahead and we'll bring Mr. Lynn up to the booth. Lynn, Steve, up to the booth, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, laps down. How you doing?
Well, you know, we're trying to get this new overlay figured out. We switched over to SDK. You know, of course, big shout out to Nerditudes and all those guys for getting me set up on all of this. But of course, you know, we got Anthony out there in chat watching from the hospital. I know all you guys are been talking about him tonight every time we brought somebody up. So just thought we'd give some drivers a little bit of airtime tonight and see how everybody was doing.
Oh, well, we're doing good. We hope Anthony there gets feeling better and, you know, gets over that heart problem he got there in the hospital.
Well, you know, switching over to these cars, of course, you know, we were talking about new season, new cars, and some new drivers. You think that, you know, just first race season jitters, or what do you think it is?
Normal Saturday night.
It could be. Well, you know, it is a big transition coming from the trucks over to these cars. They're a little bit more squirrely in the draft and in the push, you know, than the trucks were.
I don't think I think it's too much impatience. People just trying to hurry up and get through there, making holes that's not there. It's just, you know, you got 100 laps and everybody getting too big of a hurry.
I just need to kind of calm down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we used to go pushing 3 wide there early on about lap 5 or 6 and getting the wrecks, and it's like, that's way too early, for that.
Well, man, good luck, and brother, it's good to talk to you.
Well, I appreciate you. Yeah. And like I said, we hope everything goes good when Anthony's having his surgery there, and we hope for him a fast recovery.
Absolutely. Well, good luck the rest of the race, brother. Hope you get you something going here.
I'm so many laps down now. I'm just going to watch the race from the front windshield.
There you go. All right, brother. Take care.
Thank you.
Well, let's see here, folks. Have no idea who this is. I think that is going to be Nicholas Wing. I'm looking at a name in Discord here, folks, and I'm not recognizing the name. Ah, 6 caution, okay. Well, looking up to the front, Payson Lindsay out front right now. Adam Kilday in second, Gabe Butler third, David Stringle fourth, Mark Mann fifth, Travis Elliott in sixth, Everett Layton seventh, Doug Johnson eighth, Bubba Whittingham ninth, and Dustin Logston rounding out your top 10. We'll bring him up when we get a chance, Anthony, because I'm not sure who that is. We got Chevrolet green flag back out. Pacing on the loud pedal. Getting a good jump. But he's going to have his hands full because he has no help as Gabe Butler running up on him fast with Travis Elliott. Adam Kilday out on that outside line with the 001 of David Stringle. Adam going up to getting a good push from David. Got Mark Mann right behind him as well as Adam drops it down to that inside line. David Stringle, Mark Mann. I believe that is the 8 of Stephen Miles and Bubba Whittingham out on that outside line. We're watching Doug Johnson right now. Ooh, big wiggle out front. It's 85. Adam Kilday getting a good push there from the 40 machine of Payson Lindsay. Yeah, I'm hearing fireworks is what I'm hearing. Somebody's having them a really good time. It sounds like, ooh, big wiggle. A little bit loose there from Doug Johnson as Stephen Miles drops down to the inside line behind Travis Elliott. Bubba Winningham out 3 wide by himself. Well, he had help, and then they dive back into that second lane as Dustin Logston does get around him. But looking back at Bubba, he is all by himself. As here comes Brandon Pfeiffer to get around him. Now he's got to run by him. It's kind of strange how that works sometimes with him by himself. I guess getting some of that side draft really gets him going. But he is out there by himself. You see the flames come out. He backed off of it, lifted a little bit with no help just to get back in line so he doesn't lose the draft. As we back up to the front, we're coming up on lap traffic. 18 laps to go here, folks. Going to come down to the wire, it looks like. We're going to have another caution here. Dana Shepard looks to be involved in that. Happened right up in front of them. That was the 14 of Vicente Guerrero and the 56 of Mike Edgerton. And Dana Shepard checking up and gets hit in the rear end as he goes up into Rick Seabrands, back up into the wall, Lynn McNeese. Unfortunately, that is probably going to end some of these guys' night as he gets tagged again. Not sure who hit him again. As we're going to take a look here. That was the 06 of Andrew Zonto. Well, we'll see. Where is... There's Vicente. I do not see Vicente in Discord. Not sure. We're going to go ahead and pull this guy up. Well, this is Steve up in the booth. I'm not sure what driver this is, but you got a copy on me?
Yeah. I'm just helping out the drivers in the Team 10 chat.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not driving.
Okay. I was just wondering. I didn't recognize the name, and I didn't know you were spotting. So, all right, buddy. Appreciate it, and sorry to bother you.
It's all right.
Well, okay. Well, that explains that. Team 3. Oh, there he is. We'll bring him up here. Let him get done with his pit stop here. We'll see if he will talk to us. Oh, crap. I put it in the wrong channel. Vicente, Steve up here in the booth, got a copy there, buddy?
Oh, I sure do. What's it?
Hey, well, Anthony said to bring you up here. He wants to know what in the world happened.
I have no idea. All of a sudden, I don't know if netcode or I went down too low or something. I was just trying to make up some ground there and was just racing hard and thought I had it saved, and apparently somebody doesn't like to use the brakes and plowed into me. I don't know. Me no sob.
Well, you know, Anthony's been out here in YouTube, you know, rooting you guys on, and man, just you know, of course, we're all thinking about Anthony right now.
For sure. For sure. My thoughts and prayers are with Anthony. Hopefully he's doing okay. Wishing the best for him and a speedy recovery.
Well, like you always say, and all these guys say, no presto, right?
A whole lot of no presto.
Well, man, good luck, brother. We just, like I said, I'm trying to get some drivers some airtime. You know, we are new season here, and you know, and first race of the new season, new cars. You know, I think guys are just trying to get used to, you know, to a different vehicle.
Yeah, for sure. And you've got new drivers in here too, so I mean, everybody's just got to adjust and adapt to get familiar with the new faces.
Absolutely. All right, brother. We're going to let you go. Any final thoughts or shout outs before we send you back down there to Anthony?
Like a huge shout out to Anthony, hopefully for a speedy recovery right there, and everybody that's watching the broadcast, and you for broadcasting, and OP for putting on the show.
Absolutely. All right, brother. Well, good luck, man. Vicente, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, so you heard from Vicente there. Looking back up our top 10 right now: Broderick, Kilday, Butler, Lindsay, Stringle, Mann, Logston, Johnson, Lane, and Stacy. Braden, Anthony is in the hospital right now. He had a heart attack the other night, and he is in the hospital. Hopefully getting better. I know he said that he has surgery on Monday, so of course we are all thinking about you, Anthony, man. You just got to take care of yourself, brother. As we come around turn number 4, we'll come to the tri-oval, to the Chevyland restart zone for the Chevyland green flag. I believe we will be about 10 to go. Actually, we're on lap 86 right now. Flag man with the green flag. Chevyland green flag back out. Here we go, folks. 15 or 14 laps to go in this 100-lap race. Ooh, big wiggle there, the 40 into the back of Stuart Broderick. Got him a little out of shape. Well, that's going to help out Gabe and Adam down on that inside line, but he is closing the gap. As the 40 does come up, give him a good shot. Well, I'm glad you're at least getting to watch and getting to tune in. Ooh, Gabe is loose. Hang on to it, Gabe. He does. Yeah, it's a little different looking at that on that side of the screen, isn't it, Anthony? Well, we're going to go ahead and put our battle for position up here. Kilday, Broderick, Butler, Lindsay, Stringle, Mann, and Logston. With 13 laps to go. Kilday to that outside line. That's going to get Gabe to the inside with the 001 of David Stringle. Thanks, David. You know, I am working on getting something set up for CFM as well. I will get with you on that. Hopefully, I will have something next week. "12 laps to go here, folks. We are winding it down. Looking at Thomas Lockwood, he got kind of loose there. And we're looking back here, Brandon Pfeiffer, the 5 of Rick Sanchez, battling with Jimmy Reynolds, Bubba Whittingham right there as well. And Stephen Miles to the outside. Here comes the 961 of Craig Martin, making a run on that inside line behind Bubba, and then Steve Rada right behind him. Of course, our in 17th, we just talked to Vicente Guerrero. Adam is back and forth between the second line and the middle line and the low line. Ooh, that was David Stringle, got pushed down. He is still down on that yellow line, but able to get back up on the track. Gabe Butler is going to be your leader. Adam Kilday right behind him. Stuart Broderick, Payson Lindsay on that outside line with the 81 of Dustin Logston. We are 10 to go here, folks. Fixing to be 9 to go we are 10 to go, I should say. And as Brian, our buddy out there in chat, says, it is the final countdown. Gabe Butler all over the bumper of Stuart Broderick. Got to look through here. I do not see Stewart out there in Discord either. Stewart trying to throw a block on Gabe. Gabe gets the run with Adam Kilday on that inside. 9 to go here, folks. Ooh, big wiggle back here. I believe that was the 44 of Josh Ball. Getting a bad push, but we are 3 wide up here in front. Trying to see where that was at. Brandon Pfeiffer making his way through around Rick Sanchez. Stephen Miles right behind him. The 151 of Travis Elliott dropping down that second line. Well, that's going to leave Rick Sanchez out by himself on that third lane. A little bit door to door there between Sanchez and Elliott. Sanchez still stuck out on that outside line by himself. Stephen Miles does go out to that outside. Getting a run. Look at this run by Stephen Miles. Rick Sanchez, and here comes Vicente Guerrero. Ooh, Stephen Miles back down to the low line. Gives a bump. We're spinning. Everett Lane going around. Going to collect several drivers once again. Doug Johnson involved. That is going to bring out a yellow flag. So we take a look here. We're going to back this up. We're going to get on a chase cam. Stephen Miles is running that second lane. They kind of drift up. Stephen Miles did have the run. trying to take it 3 wide, just barely catches Everett. That could have been. I think they actually made contact right there. I've seen a little bit of daylight, but I think it was inevitable they were going to touch. He tries to straighten him out. Rick Sanchez going to the high side. But gets collected there by the 24 of Everett Lane. Everett coming back down. Nowhere for Travis Elliott to go or Rick Sanchez or Seabrands. Doug Johnson getting turned around up in front of him. Bubba Winningham involved in that as well. And there goes Josh Ball. Ooh, Everett having problems down on pit road. Well, 6 laps to go. Gabe Butler is going to be your leader. Stuart Broderick in second. Adam Kilday third. That is Payson Lindsay in fourth. Mark Mann fifth. Dustin Logston sixth. David Stringle seventh. Thomas Lockwood eighth. Stephen Miles ninth. And Jimmy Reynolds rounding out your top 10. Hey, Everett Grover out there tuning in. What's happening, Everett? The 25 viewers out there, do appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, you know, Anthony out there tuning in from the hospital. Glad that he is at least tuning in tonight. I know he'd much rather be at the out at the track. But Brian Odell been out there chatting it up. Of course, Ginger and Dan Parent out there as well. Joshua Medlock tuning in. Braden Cowles out there tuning in. Of course, David Overstreet with Checker Flag Motorsports. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Moose Pie was out there. Netsby was out there. Mara out there for a little while as well. Belva. Miss Belva Feltz out there. Of course, Everett Baker tuning in as well. Let's see. Of course, one of our other moderators, Brendan Kennedy, out there. Lights on the pace car are out. We will be 4 to go coming back to all right, Brian, you take care, buddy. Good seeing you. It's been a while, man. Was a little bit worried about you, but glad you're doing well. Of course, you know, hoping we will see you again tomorrow night. Of course, don't forget, folks, tomorrow night we will be with the Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys, and they will be at, let me see, let me pull up their schedule real quick. They will be, well, guess what? In Xfinity cars right here at Daytona. This will be tomorrow night, 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern. Jimmy C. J.C. Coker out there. It is a daytime race. Okay, David, appreciate that, buddy. Derek, man, my buddy Derek Donna out there in chat. Hunting turkey. We seen a couple in the neighbor's yard as we were going to the Renaissance Fair in Muskogee today. So a pace car dives off down to pit road once again. Chevy Land green flag back out. Here we go, folks. Before to go at the line, your top 10 right now: Butler, Broderick, Kilday, Mann, Lindsey, Stringle, Logston, Miles, Lockwood, and Pfeiffer. We're going to keep our eye on the front for these last 4 laps. Gabe Butler gets a good push there from Adam Kilday. Mark Mann right behind Adam, but on the outside line, that is Stuart Broderick out there with the 40 of Payson Lindsey. Here comes the 81 of Dustin Logston, the 38 of Thomas Lockwood. Getting a good run on the outside line. Oh, right here, we are looking at Jimmy Reynolds going 3 wide. Brandon Pfeiffer in the middle. Rick Sanchez on the inside. There goes Dustin Logston to the outside. Going to be 3 wide coming back around towards the front here, folks. Big door by Lockwood. And we're wrecking once again Jimmy Reynolds, 84, Brandon Pfeiffer, the 37 of Nicholas Wing. Well, that's going to bring out our yellow flag once again. We'll take a look at this here, folks. Nope, I got the wrong one, I think. Let's see. That happened right there. As we are looking, Dustin Logston, Jimmy Reynolds on that outside. Let me see if I can get on Jimmy here. If I can find him. And we'll go to the chase view here, folks. That is Brandon Pfeiffer on that inside or that middle line. Jimmy taps the wall, comes back down right into the door of Brandon Pfeiffer. Nick Wing getting a piece of that. As he comes back down, gets into, looks like Steve Rada, but Steve looks like he was able to maintain. And 36 of Stephen Luttrell gets a little piece of it. And Josh Ball makes an aggressive move down to the big part of the apron there. Well, that's going to bring us back out to our live feed. Gabe Butler, Kilday, Mann, Broderick, Lindsey, Stringle, Lockwood, Miles, Logston, C. Brands is going to be your top 10. Ooh, big fake out there by Gabe Butler. Well, folks, we will be overtime when we start back. Of course, big shout out to Alex Green. I think I said that earlier. Sponsoring tonight's race, OP Racing 250 here at Daytona. Season 17 opener, I should say. Of course, we have changed vehicles. Went from the trucks to these Xfinity cars. Yes, it has. It has been a wild one for sure. I believe that is our 9th or 10th caution. Well, right now, Adam Kilday is sitting in second spot. Hey, you need to get on to him, though. He is not in Discord, Anthony. Oh, Lord, David. David said he spent an hour and a half painting a truck just to find out that they're racing Xfinities. He knows the media obligations. Oh. Well, guys, we will be in overtime. A green-white checkered coming up. This will be the first green-white checkered attempt. Lights on the pace car are out. Of course, we'll go ahead and get our top 5 back up on the screen here. Butler, Kilday, Man, Stringle, and Lindsay. Again, I do appreciate everybody tuning in. We almost got our 20 like goal. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button for me. Of course, we're all rooting for Anthony. Anthony had a medical incident the other day in the hospital right now, watching and chatting it up with us. Anthony, brother, we are all still thinking about you as well as we're all still thinking about Joshua. You guys need to, you guys are way too young to have these kind of problems. Well, pace car will drive off down into pit road, hopefully for the last time. This will be green-white checkered attempt number 1. The Chevyland green flag back in the air. Here we go. Back racing overtime here, folks. Not qualifying. We are on overtime. Good push there by Mark Mann on the 88 of Gabe Butler. The 001 of David Stringle on the inside. Now Mark going to the outside in front of Adam Kilday. Got a good shot there. Look at the run. Well, Gabe just got a shot from David Stringle. As we come around turn number 3 and 4, going to come to the trioval. Ooh, 36 of that looked like 38 of Thomas Lockwood going to the outside. Gabe Butler trying to make that car 2 lanes wide. Adam Kilday, Mark Mann outside. White flag in the air, folks. Here we go. Whatever happens, going to happen at this point. Gabe Butler, David Stringle inside. Mark Mann, Adam Kilday on the outside. Stephen Miles coming up behind David Stringle. Oh, Kilday loose. Oh, no. Mark Mann taken out, too. David Stringle, Gabe Butler racing up front here. Here comes the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. The 81 of Dustin Logston. As they go to the outside, Vicente gets the run. We are 3 wide here coming through the trio, but Vicente Guerrero to the outside has the lead. Stuart Broderick right behind him. Looks like Vicente Guerrero is going to get the win. Stuart Broderick second, David Stringle third. What a finish. An unfortunate incidents. We're going to go ahead and get back to that start-finish line. Once again, we will get our top 3 up here for our MaxspeedTV post-race interview. Hang tight, folks. We will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We have caught up with our top three, or actually our top two, but our third place finisher tonight will be Mr. David Stringle, who I do not see in Discord. Double checking here real quick, but so he is not in Discord. So, but again, awesome job by David finishing P3 tonight. That is going to bring us to our second place finisher. We'll get him down to the broadcast booth. And let me get on your car here just a second there, Stuart. I'm sorry, I'm kind of lagging behind here, buddy. Awesome race tonight, man. I know it got a little bit hairy there for a little while with some new drivers and new cars. But, man, how did things feel for you out there tonight?
I'll be honest, they were a little shaky. I've been drinking for the last couple hours, trying to hold a straight wheel. It all worked out.
I usually don't, but, man, new season here. We got some new drivers, trying to get used to everybody. Of course, we ran the trucks for so long and switching over to the Xfinity cars. How did the cars feel to you guys tonight?
I mean, the car handles great. It's a little harder to suck up in the draft, but the trucks get bigger runs, but yeah, the car's fine.
Well, man, awesome job tonight. I can't remember exactly where you started at. We're running a new graphics overlay for the broadcast, and don't really have that information. I didn't really write it down. So, but awesome.
Put a poor qualifying effort in there. Qualified 23rd.
Okay, so you came from towards the middle and back of the field. But awesome run tonight, brother. And of course, Anthony being out and everything. I know we've been trying to talk to as many drivers as we could during the race, but we're going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you, Stuart. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, no shout-outs. I mean, good win, Vicente. That was fun pushing him up there to the front. And that's about it.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations again. We will catch you next time, and go celebrate and enjoy your P2.
Yep. See ya.
All right, folks. Well, that is going to bring us to our race winner. If I could even talk. Where is my mouse at? So that is going to bring us to our race winner here, Vicente Guerrero, as soon as I get him down into the booth. Well, Vicente, the broadcaster's jinx didn't catch you too bad tonight, man. You made your way back up to the front after getting involved in that little incident, and, man, end up coming out with the victory.
Yeah, I much appreciate you didn't jinx me this time.
Well, Joshua wasn't up in the booth, so you didn't get that Medlock juju.
Oh man, it feels good to be up here up front again. I mean, I forgot how good it feels to be in victory lane.
Well, I know it's been a while, kind of a dry spell for you there, buddy, but that last lap coming around, I think you'd have had your hands full at the leaders there wouldn't have got into each other.
Yeah, I mean, I was going as hard as I can, and then I don't know what happened up front. They got tangled up there, and coming out of 2, and I went up to the outside. I was hoping nobody drifted up. Logston was right behind me. He gave me a shot. He gave me another shot going into turn 3, and I had to take the high side because I seen the 01 come with the run. So I thought, if I take the high side, that's the momentum. I had the momentum, so I just took it to the high side and try to see if I could block the bottom there and take it, bring it home to victory lane. And hey, I'm actually kind of glad they got caught up there, or else I probably wouldn't have a shot to win it. If not, I don't know what would happen.
Well, fortune shines on people, and it shined on you tonight, buddy. The Budweiser 14. I think you were kind of up towards about the 7th or 8th on the qualifying, wasn't you? Or was you up towards the front?
Yeah, I qualified P2.
That's right.
Yeah, I qualified P2. So, but I took an early pit stop there to refill on some nice cold beer.
Well, yeah, I wish I could have some of that, but I'd rather not, especially if I'm trying to talk to our fans. But of course, Anthony's out there, and Derek Donna giving you the good congratulations on your victory tonight, Vicente. Man, awesome job. You got your first win in a while here tonight on opening night at that. So I know there's a learning curve with these new, switching to to a new vehicle, and of course they're trying to get, like you said, used to the new drivers and them getting used to the veterans. So if you had to say anything to our new drivers tonight, what would it be?
They did good. I mean, I didn't see any like as far as the new drivers getting involved in a lot of wrecks at least, or causing them. So I think they did a hell of a job tonight.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I mean, of course, we all know super speedway racing, especially with these cars, you just, any slight little contact or, off-center push is going to get loose. And, of course, they don't stop on a dime, especially at 180 mile an hour or 190 mile an hour in the draft, So, to me, I would say just be patient and wait for your time.
That's right. Be patient. That's what I was trying to do tonight. Just try to be patient. But I got caught up in a few wrecks there. But yeah, just patience. Patience is key. I mean, you ain't gonna win it in the first lap, So just gotta be there at the end.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the mic over to you, Vicente. Give you any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate.
Yeah, huge shout out to Anthony. My thoughts and prayers are with you, buddy. Man, I hope you a speedy recovery, and for you for broadcasting. I can't wait to watch this one back. I want to thank all my teammates tonight racing with us. Lockwood, Luttrell, Ball, and Miles. It was a blast running with them in Discord. I want to thank OP and all their admins for what they do. I also want to thank my family out in Arizona, my mom and dad. Hopefully they're out watching. And another huge shout out to my wife for letting me do what I do here tonight.
All right, Vicente, go celebrate, brother. Man, I'm glad I was able to see you get this victory. Of course, you were there whenever I got my first victory in OP, and I'll never forget the. I'm not going to say what you said on the radio, but man, it was just it was good to have you there with me, brother. It
was fun. I remember that like that was yesterday.
Yep.
Actually, I want to say cheers right here.
There you go. All right, brother. Well, go celebrate, man, and go enjoy your victory, brother.
See you, Steven.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, folks. Well, that is going to bring us to our unofficial results here. Let me turn this off. Got to click stuff off before you click it on. So here is your Buttkicker Unlimited Series, and well, guess what? It didn't have the inner race name. I need to do that right here. Let me do this real quick before I forget. Boom, on the fly. Nope, didn't work. So, anyway, Vicente Guerrero coming out with the win. Stuart Broderick coming in P2. David Stringle, P3. Gabe Butler in finishing 4th. Dustin Logston in 5th. Stephen Miles 6th. Payson Lindsay in 7th. Craig Martin 8th. Thomas Lockwood 9th. Stephen Luttrell in 10th. Got him a top 10 finish. A big congratulations to Steven. I know he'd been trying to get up front, but got him a top 10 finish there. Chris Jordan in 11th. Rick Seabrands 12th. Doug Johnson in 13th. Steve Rada 14th. Rick Sanchez 15th. Adam Kilday in 16th. Brandon Pfeiffer 17th. Ryan Callahan in 18th. And in 19th is Mr. Mike Edgerton. In 20th, Andrew Stacy. Nick Wing in 21st. Mark Mann 22nd. Bubba Winningham 23rd. Lynn McNeese 24th. Jimmy Reynolds 25th. Andrew Zonto 26th. Dana Shepard 27th. Dustin Sorber in 28th. In 29th was the Josh Ball running the 44 machine in for Anthony tonight. So awesome. I hate that he finished 9 laps down, but got in some bad stuff there at the beginning. But Everett Lane finishing 30th. Travis Elliott in 31st. Andy Brigante 32nd. Andrew Schroeder finishing 33rd. CJ Urban 34th. Sean Stevens 35th. Jeremy Stanley 36th. John Guerrero 37th. James Mayer 38th. And rounding out the field, David Overstreet in 39th. So awesome job by these guys tonight. Again, big shout out to Vicente for getting the win tonight. Let me see if that pops back up or not. It will not. But awesome job by these guys. Season 17 opener here at Daytona. Let me see if I can find out next week where we will be at. Next week on 510 we will be at Talladega for week number 2. So hopefully we'll have word on Anthony sometime. Anthony, man, just I'll shoot you my number or something and let me know how things go, brother. So, well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on MaxspeedTV. We will be back tomorrow night for the CFM Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys right here at Daytona, again in the Xfinity cars. Until then, folks, please stay safe, have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow night.